I don't feel good. No more. That hurts.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Hey, bro, get out of the building. Kids do not milk that cow. I'm just joking. Get away from it.
Oh, that was another burn. Ooh, that was a good one, too.
You know, for those of you that are not familiar with farm animals, don't bend over around the goat. Biblical word in half. And that was
wait. Back up and say, what's it called?
And biblical cord. Am I saying it wrong?
You hillbilly.
I don't know what I didn't chew it in half.
Oh, yeah, that's where he's from down here in the country.
Would you like to?
It tastes like beef jerky.
Would you like to? Yeah, he's the one that eats the placenta.
Well, how do you say it? What's it called?
Well, go ahead. Let's hear you say it.
Biblical cord.
All right, well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Late Night with Rob and Chris here on GHTR, Nation's Podcast Radio, here out in Grand Haven, Michigan. Chris will be with me in momentarily. He's having a little bit of difficulties. We both are, thanks to Skype sometimes, and we use that. But someday I'm hoping that somebody's going to help me to design our own little Skype, and it's going to be direct, and we won't have this crap that we have right now. And then we'll be able to talk to guests and all that other stuff, but I got to figure it out. I'm a web developer, and I can't figure it out. I will, though. Anyway. So anyway, here we are on Tuesday night. We got a real special guest coming up here later in the show, Robert Preston. He's going to be joining us today in the studio, or actually via his Skype or on his iPad. Actually, for the show earlier, I got to talk to him a little bit, and he's a pretty cool guy. I think I surprised him. I thought, I bet you anything, I surprised the hell out of him. Yeah, I think I did that. So, Chris will be back here in just a little second. I just wanted to give a shout-out to our sponsor, surfgrandhaven.com. Anthony's Kicked Up Catering, Tony Bones, and also TJ's Lawn Service here in Grand Haven. And also, I want to say kudos for Buster Mathis out there. He's been really working hard. He's got a little interesting story that's going to be coming up here pretty quick. Here, we're going to have him on the show. Not tonight, but maybe this Friday we'll get him on the show, and he can talk about what he's been doing, and really benefits the Buster Mathis Foundation. I'm kind of looking forward to that myself. So with that being said, but I tell you what, we have gotten our butts kicked all week. I just want to say something to all you guys out there pushing that snow out there. Hey man, you guys are out there. I know you guys are tired. You're going to have a little bit of a break here, so I think it's real good to get caught up on your stuff, go get a lot of sleep, because we're going to get hit with some more snow here next week, and I think it's going to all come down, so you're going to want to protect yourselves out here. We've had a lot of snow, but I'm not going to talk about that, because that's something Chris wanted to talk about here on the show, and I'm going to get him in here right now and see if he can hear us here on the air. Chris, he's always fashionably late. He's never on time. He's that kind of guy. He never wants to be on time, no matter what you do. So I just find it amazing sometimes. This guy, it looks like he's not 100% connected yet, but he'll get him in here real quick. So anyway, as I was saying, the weather's been really crappy out here in Grand Haven, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've never seen so much snow. Well, I have. I gotta take that back. I have seen snow before, but it is what it is. So we're gonna get, like I said, we're gonna be getting Chris in here as soon as possible. But anyway, he's having problems, and don't know what to do about that. So we'll just hang up and let him type to us and let us know when he's ready. But anyway, another thing I just wanted to bring up, that it is cold out. And listen, if you ain't got to go anywhere, there's no sense of being outside. You got a nice warm house and stuff. But just to let you know what we're doing out here. And I'll tell you what, man, it's like I said before, we're just having a real good time. We got a real good guest coming up. Robert Preston's going to be coming up later in the show, and it's going to be really cool. So, and anyway, we're going to be just. And I wish you wouldn't do that. Anyway, so, okay, man, we're ready to rock and roll anytime now. But tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of something different. Let's hope that Chris will answer the phone now. Like I said, here he is. He's probably fashionably late, as always.
Yeah, I was here on time.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Technical issues.
Oh, God, don't you just love them?
Oh, God.
The problem is it's really weird because everybody can hear the music. If I can hear the music...
You have music playing now?
No.
Oh, well,
no.
How could I hear music?
Well, we're live on the air. That's what... I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it or not, man. So, I don't know.
Well, I'm not even computer savvy, and I figured that one out.
Really?
Jeez, Rob.
Oh, that's sad, man. You can't hear the music.
You know, I was doing some research today on a lot of things that, with the style of music like we had on the last show, we went back in flash in time.
Oh, yeah.
And I started looking back at some of the toys that we grew up with.
Uh-huh.
You'd be amazed how many toys were taken off the market.
Wow.
Do you remember Mr. Wiggles by Whammo?
Oh, yeah, that...
You hook it up to your water hose, and that thing would just swiggle around and stuff like that.
Oh,
I think about the name Whammo.
That's because that has to do with those frickin' wussed out moms who think they're frickin' glory moms, you know.
Oh, we were tough when we were kids. We used to shoot each other and with BB guns and.
Oh,
remember remember this one game called Yard Darts?
Oh yeah.
There was 4 deaths and 7,000 injuries from 78 to 1980. It was taken off the market in 1988. I mean, try to imagine 2 people out there. What do you want me to do? Stand out there. I'm going to throw this dart at you.
Yeah.
Hope I hit that
Don't
circle,
move.
but just stand right there and watch.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I mean,
How about you remember the one called Aquadots?
Yes, I do remember those.
It had GHB in it, which is a date rape drug. In 2007, there was like 4 million sold. I found a Lady Gaga Barbie doll that was back. It wasn't Lady Gaga, but I swear this was something back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah,
It looked just like Lady Gaga.
I swear, man, why we're not all messed up more than what we already are.
Here's one for you. How about you remember clackers? It's 2 big glass balls on a string.
Yeah, oh,
You
God,
smack
yes.
your balls.
Oh, my God. I got a story about one of those one time.
Have you ever smacked your balls really consistently?
I'm not going to answer that. You know I'm not going to answer that.
Back in that day, it was like, hey, what's wrong with your kid? Oh, he's all right, just foaming at the mouth. It's all the lead paint that we got from the toys. Even McDonald's was getting their toys there for a while that had lead paint on them.
I think one of my most favorite childhood toys, and to this day, I wish I could find one, and just the way it is. What it was is it was called a whirly bird, and when it had like a little.
Oh, was it on a string? It was a helicopter on a string.
It wasn't a string. It was like on a
cable.
On a cable wire. And
yeah, I love that one. It picked up little things with the landing gear.
It would go around circles and stuff like that.
I loved that one. And you can find those every now and then on eBay and things like that, but they're huge price because they're originally boxed.
Yeah, see, the thing about it is just to be able to play with that, I mean, would be awesome. I think it would be awesome. But,
I got one for you.
What?
In 1951, they had a kit. It was called a radioactive lab. It came with a Geiger counter. Back then it was $50, which today is equivalent to $350.
Yeah.
But it came with all kinds of. You came with radioactive material.
Make your own.
I mean, what kind
bomb.
of gift would you get your kids where they end up glowing? Look, honey, they're so happy they're glowing. How about another one from Whammo called Slip and Slide?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, those were great until you had it right at if you had a short yard and you had a tree back on the other end.
Oh no. Or better yet, freaking like a sidewalk or something like that.
Yeah, you got until you get to the cheese shredder. You know what toy actually made the kids first started cussing?
What was that?
I would guess it would be the pogo stick. Remember those?
Oh. Yeah, I remember all. Oh, God, why wouldn't I remember that stuff? That's stuff
I got one for you. This is a trivia for you.
Okay.
What year did Silly String come out? Don't look it up.
No, I can't look it up. I would never know. 1978.
No, 1969.
Well, I was close.
Okay, well, here's one for you. Did you know that somebody actually invented a senior game?
Senior game?
Yeah, board game. And it was spelled B-O-R-E-D, board game. it teaches them different pills.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a boardwalk. I can only imagine you get back there. It's like, no, Jerry Geritol says move back 5 spaces.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, I had an interesting conversation.
What's that?
Well, there was a guy, actually, I talked to him yesterday, and his name is Jason, and he's out of Maryland, and he's actually a doctor. He's a brain surgeon, He works on people's brains, and I was
Kind of like texting. That's what text does.
Yeah. Anyway, he's friends with another friend of mine who's called Dr. Mani, and he's also a neurosurgeon as well. I guess that's what they call him, not brain, but
What are you trying to tell me, Rob?
Well, no, listen. That's what I'm trying to get to. So if you,
I'm not signing nothing and having my brain exploratory worked on.
Believe me, they would put it in. They just laugh. But anyway,
my last word is like, "What are you doing with that air hose?"
Yeah, these guys actually we're talking, and they got this project that they're working on. They've been working on this project for so long, and they called me up to do the development of it, and it was a very long conversation. And what it is, it's going to be a website that actually, if you're sick, let's say you have, let's say you have cancer, or you have, like MRSA, or you have, anything, you know what I'm saying? You can go to this website. You pay a yearly price to get in. They don't. The reason why they're charging is because then they'll get real people in there. You're not going to get spammers that are going to pay to get in there to spam. You know what I'm saying? So
what? You could take like a sliver of your skin off and stick it in your CD tray, and it would analyze it.
No. Anyway, what you do is you can go onto the site and you can join these groups. These groups that are talking about maybe breast cancer or whatever the case may be, and that's just the way what they want, how they want it to work.
And we are so concerned. I mean, I'm speaking for you as well. We would give free exam if anybody needed exams.
No. Anyway, so the thing about it is it's a really cool concept. I think the concept of it is going to be very powerful. And the reason why I say that is because I think, in my own opinion, and it's the way that it's actually set up to have groups, forums, also to create articles. To basically, you go in, you create your own account, and you just become part of this community of people. And you could be like you worked in the rehab, right? Rehabilitation. You worked as a therapist. You could go in there and you could tell people, how you tell me how to put my hand in the wax and stuff, and you could go and give advice to people who are possibly suffering from anything that has to do with this. And that's what this website's going to do. That's all it is. And I'm telling you, they told me, they gave me the go ahead today. They said, let's see what we can come up with some ideas. And we're going to fund the whole thing. And I'm like, cool. Sounds good to me.
Sounds like it could be a very powerful tool.
Well, you think about it. Wouldn't you know, like... I
mean, what's the difference of Ask a Nurse? It's not... It's
asking
it's
people
not working with you. What's
it.
the difference of that and Ask a Nurse?
Right.
Ask a Nurse doesn't work with...
No, and then not only that... and not only that, you have to... They have,
They refer you to Ask a Doctor.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to come in... Yeah, because that's the money. But the thing about it is what I like about the idea, and I really thought you'd be a little bit more excited about it, because...
I'm excited by it. It sounds like a great idea.
It's like, think about it. Let's just say...
some of these toys that I was telling you about have been great to get. I mean, think about it. Whammo, and then where do you go? You go look on the internet. What do I do when I get a wiggly worm thing stuck upside my head?
I have actually. Let me tell you about this. I'm going to share a story with you, and I think sometimes you like these stories. And the story is going to be not too long, but it's about this girl. She's a real good friend of mine. Her name is Tracy, and she actually lives in, I think it is South Dakota, is where her residence is. And, out in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, she was on her way home from work one night, and a drunk driver T-boned her car on the driver's side, hit her so hard that she blew out the passenger door and flew 150 feet down the street.
Wow.
Before she stopped sliding. And she literally got up, walked over to the bench on the side of the street, sat there like, you could tell she was hurt, but I'm just saying she literally got up, walked over to the bench, she sat down, and it took probably about 8 minutes before anybody came there. It was a cop that got there first, asked her if she's okay. Of course, she was out of it. Let's just say that she wasn't even there hardly. But this girl suffered very bad spinal damage, and she literally, she went through I think it's 13 different surgeries. She's walking, okay. She can walk. She can run. She actually, runs 5 to 10 miles on a day and stuff like that. She's very outgoing. And if you ever saw this girl, she's also very beautiful. She's a really, really, really good person. And
How old is she?
She is, I think now she's 27 right now. Okay. Now, let me tell you about this girl. She has went through, now, her ex-boyfriend, literally one night, came home after she'd had this accident, was jealous and a rage fit, picked her up over the top of his head and threw her up against the brick wall. Face planted her. Yeah. And she ended up in the hospital, and she was just of course, her friend who was living with her beat the hell out of him with a frying pan. But the thing about it is that this girl's been through a lot, and if you ever heard of her, I want to get her on the show one of these times, because to hear her story, this girl is she started her own business when she was 18 years old. Her first year in college, she started her own business, and that was business consulting. She literally goes around all over the world now and talks to companies and tells them how they can improve their business and how they can get in, to do this stuff. She's very smart. And this girl, you wouldn't know it. If you've seen her car, you don't even know how she survived.
Wow.
Okay. Now she's got some problems. First, foremost, the problem is she has absolutely no feeling from the waist down, but she actually can walk. She has.
I had a friend that was married to a girl that had no feelings at all.
There's a lot of them out there. So the cool part about it is Tracy. She was one that really talked about this website. It was something that she had always wanted, because it's like she said, I have this problem, and if I could have a group of people who have the same problem, we could all get together and talk and share stories with each other. It's like being in group therapy, but you're doing it from a website, and you're more able to talk to people. Now these groups are strictly private too. This website is actually probably, in my opinion, is.
Well, you have to be careful. You know that with anything to do with medical, the liables, the lawsuits and things that you have with that. The reason I'm telling you this, because years ago, I started a very similar company like that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was Appalachian lore, folklore remedies for helping you with certain things.
Right.
But if you had a scratch in your arm, if you chop your arm off.
This is not. There can be professionals that will.
Well, I was professional. I told you what they would have did 200 years ago here in some places.
Listen, don't make me come through this mic and beat the hell out of you, okay? What I'm trying to say is this. I'm saying, listen.
Are you sure I'm supposed to knock you over the head with a hammer? Yes.
Could be that way.
When you come to, it'll be gone. The problem will be gone.
It won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere at all. The thing about it is what I'm trying to say is this is a very good tool, and the reason why I'm excited about it is because the way that the name, I can't tell you the name yet, but it's coming soon. But I'm just telling you, the way that these guys want it to function and how they want it to function is totally going to be a very big deal, because what it does, it's not the doctors so much being in there and giving advice, or nurses and stuff.
I see it being very huge.
People who are sick at the time and what they're going through that could help other people who are just starting out through, having to go to chemotherapy or having,
They pay a monthly fee to this, or?
It would be a yearly fee. It'd be, I think they starts out, well, actually, there's only two fees. There's a professionals, that is doctors, and nurses and stuff like that want to pay. That's
home
like,
surgeries.
Yeah, that's like $165 a year just to be the professional, and then it's $35 a year for a standard membership. Basically, what you can get in there. You can use all the tools. You can create your own blog. You can do an article and stuff, and it shares it with the community and stuff like that. You can, it's just like kind of like Facebook in a way. But what it'll be, you can be friends with people, and you can block people if there's someone that's bugging you. But the biggest thing is you have to pay to get inside it. So all the freaks will probably they're not going to pay to get in there. So it'll all be private too. No one.
Do they take any medical cards?
I don't know.
Like Obamacare or something?
Obamacare, yeah. Obamacare. Yeah, Jesus, I don't. That's actually 2 weeks from, 2 weeks from tomorrow, man. It's going to be another night.
Well, you know what today is, don't you?
It's Late Night with Rob and Chris.
Just checking with you, buddy. No, it's actually last day to add or drop classes at my school.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you make school this week at all?
Well, I just got home from school a while ago.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. It's just like you just know. Actually, I was saving the conversation. I was talking about it in the beginning. I started out. We got hit with a lot of snow up here, a whole lot.
Well, it's 8 degrees out here right now where I'm at, and that's not the wind chill.
Yeah.
It's below zero wind chill right now, so it's pretty cold. And tonight they say it may be 15 below zero with wind chill at least.
You got your wood in the house?
Yep. Got a beaver in the house, and it's chewing up my wood. My chickens will eat anything, I swear.
They're scavengers, that's why.
I had to put a lot of straw down for my chickens tonight, and they have a 150-watt infrared heat lamp shining down on them. And I went out there to check on them a while ago, and they were laying back on their back with suntan lotion on.
Getting the suntan.
Sunglasses, the whole 9 yards. I think they're spoiled.
I think so, too. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the music, Chris, but we're going to start off with a little bit of suck if you can. It might come on later on, but that's your problem right now. So
I hope it comes on.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of Justin Moore. Yeah, if you can't hear it, well, it'll come on later on. I guarantee it. Somehow it has to, because if you can't, I don't know what to tell you. Because it's just one of those. It's like I was telling them in the beginning of the show. It's just one of those freak things that Skype does it ever so often, and it's not. I mean, people can hear my voice. They can hear the music. They can hear you, but you can't hear the music. Okay, it doesn't make sense. There's no way that you cannot hear it, and I'm saying it has to do something with something. I don't know, but we'll just get it rolling. I'll type to you and let you know when we're gonna go live again.
All right.
People say I'm just a rough boy. I ain't no good for you, girl. It's a dead-end street can love you the best till my last day. I'll be loving you all the way up till they lay me down, 6 feet under the cold hard ground till my last day. I'll be loving you, oh babe, till my last day. Like a honeybee beating on my screen door, I got a little buzz in my head, so from my bed I can feel the sun. Lord, right here the morning comes, just a creeping, 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 creeping. You shot out of here like a bullet from a gun, a flip of a switch, a thief on the run. And since the day you left me, baby, I can feel the lonely, I can hear the crazy, just a creeping, creeping, just a creeping, creeping. Head full
Never walked barefoot by a river, felt the mud up between your toes. You never rolled in the hay, you never thrown it in four-wheel. Climb up on in here, girl, let me show you how country feels. Get your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Kick your shoes off, kick them off, get you some of this slow down fast. I'll take you up and down these hollers and hills. Let me show you how country feels. You ever watch the sun go down from the bed of a pickup truck? You ever been so into somebody still lying there when it comes back up? Girl, what do you say? We cut a path through that cornfield, parked down by the water. Let me show you how country feels. Let your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Kick your shoes off, kick them off, get you some of this slow down fast. I'll take you up and down these hollers and hills. Let me show you how country feels. Let your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Kick your shoes off. Let your hair down, get you some of this laid on back. Kick your shoes off, kick them off, get you some of this slow down fast. I'll take you up and down these hollers and hills. Let me show you how country feels. Country feels. It's scorching hot in this Delta town. There ain't no breeze to cool it down. Lord, it's 100 in the shade. The creek dried up just yesterday. Around our house, there's a cold front moving through. I feel it, baby, every time I'm close to you. It's too below, it's too below. It's the middle of July, but it's never felt so cold. You once were so hot, but your loving heart is froze. It's too below, it's too below. You once were a heat wave in the night, but now your touch has turned to ice. What happened to your one desire? Is someone else kindling your fire? The temperature has fallen by degrees, all from the lack of your body heat. It's too below, it's too below. It's the middle of July, but it's never felt so cold. You once were so hot, but your loving heart is froze. It's too below, it's too below. It's too below, it's too below. It's too below, it's too below.
love to know just what you're thinking. Every little river running through your mind. You give and you take, you come and you go. You leave me here wondering if I'll ever know how much you care or how much you don't. Whatever you need, whatever you want. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, if you're gonna be somebody's mistake, if you're gonna be somebody's first time, somebody's last time, baby, be mine. If you're looking to be somebody's just friends, a little laugh, a little love, and never call it again, that's just fine. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, be mine. Oh, be mine. Well, I guess that all I'm trying to tell you is a minute with you is better than two without. Oh, I won't be a fool, but I can't play it cool, so I'm playing it safe and I'm breaking the rules. I'm wishing I had what I know that you got. So if you're coming my way, then please don't stop. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, if you're gonna be somebody's mistake, if you're gonna be somebody's first time, somebody's last time, baby, be mine. If you're looking to be somebody's just friends, a little laugh, a little love, and never call it again, that's just fine. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, be mine. Oh, if you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, or somebody's mistake, somebody's first time, or their last time, baby, be mine. If you're looking to be somebody's just friends, a little laugh, a little love, and never call it again, that's just fine. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, be mine. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, be mine. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, I'll take my chances. If you're gonna be someone's heartbreak, if you're gonna be someone's mistake, somebody's first time, somebody's last time, be mine. Oh, be mine. Be mine. Baby, 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 be mine, oh mine. If you're gonna break someone's heart, yeah, it might as well be mine.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to Late Night with Rob and Chris here on GHTR, the nation's podcast radio. We're at 6 degrees here in Grand Haven, and on top of that, we are getting the word in that we got a lot more snow coming out. And
Oh, great.
yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
that picture you sent of the lake up there, is that frozen over, or the whole
yeah,
lake?
Yeah.
So y'all don't have like boats out there in the lake this time of year?
Right now, nothing's going on right now. That's
Wow.
That's actually, if you look real close, you can make out like where the land is really in the water and how far the snow's drifting.
I seen somebody out there in the middle of the lake laying out. It looked like it was a snowman.
It'd be a cold snowman, that's for sure. But no, I mean, did you see that video I posted on Facebook earlier today about that kid that got ran over by that car and survived?
No.
Oh my God. Yeah, I should tag you in that as well. That is definitely.
Got ran over by a car and lived through it?
Yeah, I want you to you got to see it. I'm going to actually try to get it there and tag you in it. You would be completely blown away and surprised that this kid survived, man. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Amazing. I don't know, man.
You know, I got hit one time by a car doing 55 miles an hour, knocked me 38 foot through the air. And on the third day, I walked out of the hospital after signing papers to let me out of here because I was leaving a bar to go get a steak dinner.
Oh.
I was hungry. There were 3 people with me, and I had like almost 20 witnesses that watched this car hit me on the sidewalk. 3 days later, I walked out. Now, the doctor told me I've seen people in here die being hit 20 miles an hour with a car, and one of your witnesses was a police officer, so I know that car was doing what they said it was doing, which was 55 miles an hour, not me diagonal 38 foot across a Canal Boulevard. And on the 3rd day, I walked out of the hospital after signing a form to be released because all they kept giving me was like liquid food. I told him, I was like, you give me a steak, I'll stay here as long as you're feeding me good food.
Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I want you to go there and just tag that movie. I want you to watch that, and then I seriously want you to check that out. You will be blown away.
Okay, well, I'm watching it now. Wow. Well, the mother is still like there.
Yeah.
Wow. It went right over her butt.
And
I think what say that kid
look
was
at the
where
kid.
the tire went over the lady's butt. If it weren't for her butt.
No, that tire rolled over the top of his head.
Well, I know. I seen that. But when it hit her butt,
Yeah.
I think her ass saved him.
Yeah, I hope she survived, though. I really do.
Yeah, they're fine. You can tell. I mean, the boy's standing up looking down at her like, thanks, Mom. Can we eat?
Yeah. Well, I'm hungry, man. What are you doing laying down there? But no, actually, that was a remarkable video. I mean, it was just this kid got ran over by a car. I mean, the car ran over him a couple times.
Wow.
You know, it's just like, and he just gets up like nothing.
Yeah, like
happened.
it was nothing. Like, man, I got my mom's laying down. I got my shirt dirty.
But
Mom, you got something to get this stain out?
No, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, we do have a guest.
Yeah, I was reading something about he does taxes.
Yeah, he does.
He's like a taxidermist or something.
Taxidermist, yeah.
I need help with my taxes this year.
Yeah, you think so? I think
Well, I mean, I'm not stupid, Rob. I mean, come on, I figured all that. Like a meteorologist that works on meteors.
Right. No matter how you look at it, but yeah, this guy, man. Actually, Brenda got me turned on to this guy. He what got me was she says, well, he makes guitar straps. And I
Really?
go, really? And I go, yeah, that's exactly what I said. And I'm going, oh, let's get this guy on here. And just before...
I seen he was in Leatherworks. I didn't think about the guitar straps.
Yeah, but he's got, I actually talked to him just prior to the show tonight, and got to, and he was surprised. I told him, dude, you're in the nice sandbox right now with us, and he's a really nice guy, and his name is Robert Preston. So, are you with us, man? Robert? Oh, he hasn't answered yet. Oh, I'm sorry about that. He's supposed to be answering the phone. Well, thanks to Robert, he screwed up. But anyway, this guy, his story is really cool. And when we get him on here, I'm sorry about that, ladies.
I'm looking at my crystal ball right now, and I'm seeing him in the restroom.
He's in the restroom?
Yeah, I'm looking at my crystal ball. He's in the restroom right now.
Really? I did tell him I was a little bit. We'll just give him another... He's probably like freaking out, going, "What the hell, man?" Like, was that supposed to be on? Yeah.
Wow.
It happens, man. It happens all the time.
So what's been going up in your area? Y'all are getting dumped with all this snow?
Yeah.
How much snow you got now?
Well, we got a lot. Hey, hold on there, Robert. We got a hell of a lot. I mean, the thing about it is, man, you just freaking got dumped on.
Hey, Robert, did you wiggle the handle?
Actually, I forgot to. Sorry, guys.
I was looking at my crystal ball. I seen it still running. Sorry about that.
How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good. Anyway, that was we were like, he's supposed to be on the air. No, and it says,
hey, Robert, what's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just excited to talk to you guys.
Really?
So, what's the weather like where you're at?
It's raining right now, but it's supposed to get down to freezing overnight and in the morning, and they got a freeze warning and ice and everything. Everybody's panicking right now. So
where's this at?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Wow. So they're worried about the orange citrus crops freezing over.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's going to go that low. I think it's just going to scrape across Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But they're kind of nervous. People aren't used to ice around here, so.
Wow.
When you hear that, when it gets cold like that in Florida, everybody runs out to the store and stocks up on orange juice.
Got to have that vitamin C, man.
Oh yeah.
I'd kill for it.
It does the body good.
Yeah, it does. So hey, Robert, when Brenda brought your story to me, and normally we get on a lot of we get artists on here, and and you are an artist yourself, and the thing about it is in our conversation we had before, you have a really cool story, and I want you to tell everybody about that story, how you got your start, and stuff like that, and it's all yours, man. So.
All right, I appreciate it. Well, it is a funny story. I started off as a taxidermist, and did that for about 15 years, and I'm still working on it a little bit. The straps have kind of taken over, but I did my first guitar strap as a gift, because the taxidermy kind of led into it, because I specialize in alligators, and
Wow.
and a buddy of mine is in a band called the Tobacco Road Band, and he actually is his name's Eric Durrance, and he co-wrote 8 Second Ride with Jake Owen.
I love that song. I sing it all the time.
Well, we don't get to hear it around here as much as we'd like to.
I guess the song itself, how it has a "Hey cowgirl, what's your name?" How it has that real deep gurgle in it. I love how he does that.
Exactly, and when you get to know my buddy, you can hear him writing it. So it's a pretty cool deal to know somebody like that in the music business. But I met him and went to a bunch of his shows, and I seen him there, and something was missing. I was just like, you need something. And I said, you know what, I'm going to just do you something, as a gift. And I designed his first guitar strap, had his last name on it. And, I liked it when I first did it. And about 3 months later, I said, no, I'm tired of it. It's not what I want. So, and this is coming from me. I really didn't care what he thought. I said, I'm going to make another one. So I went ahead and designed another one. And, of course, I ran everything by him, and got his approval on it. And finally we nailed it down. And he's still wearing the strap today. Loves it. He says he's never going to get rid of it. He's going to pass it down to his son. So that was a big deal. And from there on, it just blew up.
Wow.
So it's
we were talking about your buddy's song that he wrote, 8 Second Ride.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had met a girl once before. She told me she wrote a song similar to that out of her ex-husband. It was called 3 Second Ride.
Oh, well, I'd like to
That
hear
was
that one.
That was on a good night.
Yeah, there you go. That was a really good night too.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Strange.
She wrote something snoring, but nevertheless.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. I mean, the guitar straps. I mean, I thought it was just going to be a gift, and that would be it. And then it wasn't a couple months later. Eric actually went to Nashville to record with Colt Ford on a song that they wrote, That's Country. And I got a call from Eric while he was in Nashville, and he says, I want you to do a strap for me. And I was like, you've already got one. And he says, it's not for me, it's for a buddy of mine, Chase Rice. So I had never heard of Chase Rice at the time. So it kind of, I was like, okay, just another strap. Well, about 10, 15 minutes later after that call, I get a phone call from Chase Rice. And he tells me, he goes, hey man, I want you to design a strap for me. I said, okay, what do you want? And he says, well, it's not for me. I'm going to get one, but not right now. It's for a buddy of mine. And I said, okay, who's your buddy? He goes, Brian Kelley of Florida Georgia Line. And I kind of just, my heart started pounding from that moment on, because Cruise had just come out, and it was a really big deal. And he says, I want something with Florida on it, and it's got to have his initials on it, but it's got to be really cool. And from that point on, my mind started running, and we went through about 10 designs, and finally came up with one that he liked, and we went with it.
Cool. I like to check out your patterns and things that you have. My guitar strap I spent probably driving back and forth from Nashville to the edge of Kentucky 3 or 4 times. I had mine completely designed and made with the sheep wool on the inside of it, my name, my home state of Texas. But the leather was so thick. I wanted it wide because I had a Les Paul that was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I wanted a 4-inch wide strap instead of a narrow or 2 or 3 inch strap to save some of the weight, and real thick on a sheepskin. So the sheep felt so it wouldn't irritate me.
Well, you know, the way I do my straps is usually, well, with Brian's, he's got a 3.5-inch strap. And Tyler actually has a 3-inch strap. But I use a cowhide base. So it's basically the same thickness as chap leather. And if
you say cat leather?
Chap leather.
Oh, I thought you said cat leather. I'm like, oh.
Cat
wow.
leather. That's pretty thin.
Cats,
that's pretty thin if you've ever skinned a cat, which I have. But you know, it's about 5 to 6 ounce chap leather, and the difference is it's oil tanned leather. So the oil tanned hides tend to just mold to your body.
Right.
And you know, from what Brian has told me, he goes, it fits him like a glove. And,
wow.
You know, he's played baseball for FSU, and it's exactly what he compares it to. It's like an old weathered glove that just fits right on your hand.
Yep, that's true. That's true because when I had mine made, it was made by Eddie Flores, and Eddie is like one of the biggest. You know, he's like one of he does everything from motorcycles to belts, and he did mine, and I'm telling you, when he gave it to me, when I put it on, I was like, man, this just doesn't. He goes, dude, just listen, wear it. It's gonna take a while. Let it break it in. I trust you, and he goes, trust me, just like that. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And it was probably about 4 or 5 weeks later, 6 weeks maybe at the most. It fell into place. It was like the most amazing strap I've ever had.
Mine had an odor to it. I had to go all the way up to the bridge up there to Wino Bob's. And I met them in the alley late at night. They never come out during the daytime. I'm not sure what's up with that. It kind of scared me a few times.
Oh.
But I finally got my strap.
But see, mine was kind of like a weave. It was a weave kind.
Well, the cops came up to me and they asked me what I was doing. I told them I was looking for my strap on. I mean, they didn't know what I was talking about. You don't go down to the bridges looking for a strap on at midnight.
you just don't want to do that.
No, it's not a good idea.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Especially when they frisk you.
No, but you know, that's the main thing is you know, I did the strap for Eric, and I used him as my guinea pig, really, literally. But you know, I asked him. I said, "What does it feel like?" And you know, you talk to 100 musicians, and they all kind of they over accentuate things, and I'm like, okay, really, what's the real deal here? I mean, exactly how does it feel? And he goes like, man, I can't even feel like I'm wearing it. You know,
yeah,
it fits that good. It's light, and it slides whenever he moves his guitar around. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing something right, because you know I'm never really done anything like this. It just I happened to fall into it.
So is there a certain width that actually fits better than other? Like you can get too wide or too narrow.
Yes, you can, and it all depends on how big you are.
We're talking about how tall we are, right?
Well, just size-wise,
we're not. Oh.
Chris, I forgot to tell you, Chris's mind wanders real quickly. Okay, so you got.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's why he needs a strap on him.
Yeah, now we got to be careful what I say.
Right.
But yeah, it all
I don't
depends
think
on
they come
how.
with nipple clamps.
I know, but you always did like your strap-ons, didn't you?
I don't think they come with nipple clamps.
That's a good idea, though. I might have to incorporate that. That's a
Yeah.
Keeps your strap from falling off. I mean, if you can't get it off, then clamp it.
little chain. Yeah, that would work.
One way or the other, right?
Exactly.
Makes you wonder about the spikes on it.
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to do a strap with spikes yet, and that's something I'm really looking forward to doing. I haven't gotten into the rock and roll genre
You'll
yet.
probably get Lady Gaga calling you tonight.
That would
I
be
tell
great.
you, what, you want to get somebody's attention.
Yeah.
Get Satriani's attention.
Well, I
See, he does the same thing you do, Rob. You talk about his music, you get speechless.
Yeah, I mean,
Either that or he's thinking about that strap on.
he's still lost in that conversation back there.
well, I mean, I'm looking for the next strap. It doesn't really matter what it is.
Well, see, the thing about
Rob,
it
get a hold
is-
of Boy George and get it.
that's your dream boy. But
Yeah,
I
right.
still think listen, it's all about being. It's like we can walk into a guitar store, we can buy a strap, but they're great. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of nice models.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of good ones out there. But the thing about it is what really gets me is when I had mine made. When I got it broken, it was just like it made the guitar complete. That's what it did, and it was really nice. It was like I say, lightweight. And I kind of liked that. But what I really liked is how he incorporated the kind of like the mesh kind of had a little bit like, little flex to it. So if I pushed down on the guitar a little bit, there'd be a little bit of flex to it. And I liked that. I did. I liked it. So.
Yeah, and that's a good thing with the leather that I use. It does give a little bit. And I actually got to watch how Brian actually wears his strap in concert.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see him moving it around, and it's very fluid.
Yeah,
There's no sticking points, and it fits him perfect. And that the actual time that I got to see him wear his strap was the night that I gave him his second strap. So it was his first night wearing it, and he threw it on his guitar and went out and rocked it, and it was like he'd been wearing it for a month. So I don't know what the deal is with the leather, but it whatever it is, it works. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Do you make other things other than just guitar straps too?
I do. I've made a few motorcycle seats, which is something I'd love to do because I ride a motorcycle. I haven't really pushed the issue as far as motorcycle seats. I've done a couple, but I make cuffs, belts,
Handcuffs.
You're giving me more ideas.
Wow. Does it come like with a set, like you get the paddle and the cuffs?
No, it just locks and you're done. You know.
Wow.
No,
Custom made with your name on it.
Exactly. So
all I see is the Texas Young Guns getting some new chaps soon.
Well, I've had a couple people ask me if I'd make chaps, and one buddy of mine, he's like, he made it a big joke, and I'm not going to go into detail of what he was joking about, but he's like, I want you to make me a pair of chaps, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do it, and
The butt area is cut out.
exactly, and because I like to custom fit everything, and I'm sure as heck not, it's not doing it.
Have you ever seen Howard Stern when he did the Fart Man?
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No.
But if, you're talking about guys on the road all the time and musicians, you just don't want to measure them for chaps. You just no.
I bet you if that dime was a little bit more, you would.
You may have to make me a millionaire overnight.
No, it would. Believe me, it wouldn't take $1 million.
Well, I mean,
the reason why they call them chaps.
Look, I'd say. Here's what I'd say. I'd say here's $10,000. Get it done. Quit crying like a baby.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. But and that's the thing is when I do a guitar strap, I ask for certain measurements, mainly from the strap lock to the top of the shoulder, because everybody's different. And when I put a customized design into a strap, I don't want it to be too high or low. So it's very important that I know exactly what the measurement is, because I've seen so many straps out there and on big country stars and big stars period, that the logo or their name is a little bit off, and that's something that catches my eye, and it just drives me nuts.
Measures we're talking.
I like the cloth tape measures personally. They don't scratch, but
he's going to get his tape measure. I told you. There he goes.
Tape measure is actually written on the bathroom wall. Well,
that's funny. I'm one of those guys that I go into. If I see a music store, I'm just like every other musician. I go into it, and I'll look around at the guitars, even though I can't play one. It's art, but I'll go and I'll stand in front of wherever they have their guitar straps, and I'll look at every guitar strap on the line. And I see a lot of cool things, but I have yet to see something that just stands out.
I can't find my tape measure, but the thread lock hole is at the rib cage.
At the rib cage, so you kind of hold it a little bit low.
Well, it's on Ovation. I have it custom made for my guitar, the one I use all the time, and the locking head on it is underneath the neck. It's on Ovation Custom Legend. Okay. It's not like my Les Paul, because the Les Paul it actually would sit a little higher.
Listen to him.
Sorry, I went somewhere else with that.
Yeah, you did. You went a long ways away from the conversation. We're talking about guitar straps, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
But so the lock is on the neck.
Yeah, it's not on the neck; it's on the body, but it's underneath the neck on Ovation Custom Legend.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. Well, see, that's one of the things. Is if I just put a strap or a logo, say 8 to 10 inches is what's the normal, it would end up being too low on that strap, because the way it kind of hooks when you put the strap on, it kind of hooks down, and it kind of curls a little bit.
Right.
So that would throw it off an inch or two. So what I do is I'll have the customer put the strap, put the guitar on him, and have somebody measure it. So whatever he's wearing right now that he's comfortable with, when I put that strap on him, it's going to fit right where it was, and everything's going to line up just the way it should. So it's one of those really important measurements that I always ask for.
Well, mine's 9 inches right to the front of the shoulder.
Okay. Well, now go to the top of your shoulder.
Okay, from the top of my shoulder. So
where your trap muscle is.
11, about a foot.
Yeah.
And that's using private parts to measure with.
Wow. Some people are just blessed.
Well, I wasn't talking about mine. I was using my dog's tail to measure with. What were y'all thinking? My God.
You were grabbing out of your dog's tail and doing what?
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
I didn't have a tape measure.
Okay.
And I know my dog's got a foot-long tail, so...
That's why he's always got his tail
from
between his legs.
From the tip of the tail to about right there.
He's always got his tail between his legs, right, Chris?
Okay, all right. Well, in other words, we'd put it right in the middle of his tail. So, yeah.
Well, I didn't want to get the last inch. It's actually...
Oh, shit, this turned bad.
Yes. I thought we were here to talk about guitar straps.
I don't know, dude. Hey, by the way, meet Chris Allen.
Good to meet you, Chris.
Good to meet you, buddy. I guess I'm going to have to invest in a cloth tape measure.
Well, it actually, Eric, I just did a Superman strap for my buddy Eric, and I told him, I said, I need the measurement from the strap lock to the top of your shoulder. Well, he texts me back. He says it's 3 hands. I said, your hands are my hands. I mean, I got big hands. I'm 6 foot 220, and he's 5'6", maybe 160.
Mine's 2 hands.
Okay, so yeah, you're good. But see, that's the thing is, you get kind of a rough measurement, and so I even though I didn't have an exact number, I kind of used my hands and measured it out, but it came out.
Hand measurement could be bad. I had a 27 hand horse once before. And that's when I told my kid to stop measuring
20?
Yeah.
Okay, your kid, yeah. That's funny, exactly. So, you got to be careful with that. But, it's I really like to have a number instead of a guesstimate.
Right.
Because an inch or two makes a big difference when you're putting a
That's
a logo.
exactly what she was telling me. The lady that made my last strap up there. She was one my money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Ask me a question so we can get somewhere.
So how do you like the show so far?
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Hope everybody else is too.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
For
get
his pleasure.
See, the problem is with him. He's got something that somebody sitting next to him that can backhand his ass. So
exactly, she is too. She is.
we got to be a little bit more careful, Chris. I mean, come on now.
No,
we don't want to see our fellow man get the shit kicked out of him. So
yeah. If you hear me just
You
start
could always
coughing,
tell a good strap by the smack sound.
and I'm actually sitting pretty close to one right now, so I got to be careful. Yeah. So.
Listen to him.
He looks like he's shocked to say anything because she may have a strap just smacking her hand like,
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
No, I think look, he's already getting the eye. You just.
I could go into some stories, but that has nothing to do with music.
No, it doesn't have to do with the straps either. Well, maybe it does.
Strap. No, it does have some strap stories in it, but we're not going to go there.
Oh no, don't go there.
It's not like I heard a taser in the background.
She's coming.
How did you know? I mean, I thought it was
Well, I have a crystal ball here.
Oh, that's right. By
the way, your toilet's still running.
I thought I heard water in the background.
Keeps getting better and better. Every time you think about it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I mean, I was trying to get everything ready, and I'm like, oops, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. And yeah, kind of caught me there. But
are you okay, though?
Say what?
Are you okay, though?
Oh, I'm great.
Yeah,
I'm great.
So now the straps deal,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're talking about straps. Now you said something about your wife has a strap.
No. Actually,
Chris, what did you say then earlier? What was that?
She has a strap pretty close to her right now.
Baby.
What's up, baby?
There you go.
We're not gonna go. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's leave this area real quick because it's not us that's gonna get hit. So
exactly. Yeah.
Run.
But the strap that I'm speaking of is actually Chase Rice's strap.
Okay.
I went and seen him this weekend in Tampa, and I gave him his white strap that he wanted designed. He wanted 2 of them, one black and one white, and both of them to match, just reversed. And I wanted to go ahead and take the black one and do some modifications to it. Even though he loves it, I want to do some things to it. That's where I was looking at it, and the leather on it is it's like butter. It just is so soft. And it's almost to a point where I don't want to give it back to him because I'm thinking, Chase Rice auction. I mean, maybe somebody out there would want his guitar strap for, say, I don't know, $1,500 maybe. I can always make another one. He wouldn't know.
Do you make them out of just leather? Do you make them out of different type of exotics like manta rays?
Well, that is the niche that I have found. It's mainly everybody wants my gator hide.
Gator hide.
Yes, I use a lot of Cayman gator.
You did what to the gator?
Do what?
What kind of gator?
Yeah.
I do a lot of Cayman gator.
Oh.
And
making sure.
Okay. It's
don't they bite?
Huh?
a little bit. They're only 4 foot long. I mean, it's not going to hurt that bad.
Well, I hope not.
That's a big lizard.
Nah, I've caught a couple of them by hand. They're not that big. They're more scared of you than you are of them.
I reckon.
No, you throw one of those in my boat.
Now, the biggest gator I've ever caught myself was a 12.5 footer. So
I'd have the nickname Skid Mark.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not getting in a boat with no 12-foot gator.
Oh, come on. You got to go swimming with them. That's the fun part.
I love swimming, but I'll tell you what. I don't think there's a gator alive that would catch you. I could probably run on top of that water.
Yeah, me too. Well, I almost went swimming with my 12-footer. That was a scary deal. We harpooned him, and I hope there's no PETA fans out there. But, we harpooned him, and he didn't like it, and he decided he was going to take us out for a ride, and then he decided he's going to turn around and go back the other way, which turned the boat 180 degrees real quick, and
wow.
I almost went swimming, and that was kind of scary. 3 o'clock in the morning with a 12-foot gator.
One of my favorite comic strips is The Far Side, and it shows these gators laying on the shore with a big old belly and a sank boat that said Nile Tours. And one of the gators says to the other gator, "Sure could use some cheesecake."
All right,
funny.
we got Brenda who has actually a question for you. It says she wants to know if you can make these straps in different colors like fuchsia.
Yes, I can actually. There's now it may not be gator hide. I can get fuchsia in like a lizard. Sometimes in stingray.
I love stingray. I got everything in the world you can think of made out of stingray.
Well,
But
I
a
tell
guitar
you,
strap.
it's a really popular color or a hide because not a lot of people use it. And the thing is with stingray is they can put so many different patterns on it. I'm dealing with a customer right now. I've got a couple of emails out that we're actually working on a camo strap, but it's going to be out of stingray. And
wow, you said camera strap?
A camo
Strap.
Camouflage, yeah.
We need to talk.
Well,
I've got 3 pair of stingray boots, stingray billfold, stingray belt. I love stingray.
Yeah, it's a really awesome looking hide. The texture really pops.
It's the strongest leather second elephant.
Exactly. Yes, it's very tough. And the customer, I'm sure you won't mind me dropping his name, is Earl Dibbles Jr. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His actual real name is Granger Smith, and he's got this whole skit on YouTube where he's Earl Dibbles Jr. and it's one of the funniest things that you'll ever watch. He's huge on YouTube. He's huge in the Midwest and everything. He actually emailed me a couple days ago wanting a strap, and beating myself up trying to figure out ideas. And then I went on to his website and looked at his merch, and the camouflage is the way to go. But his big thing, he's got this saying. He says "yee yee," and it's hugely popular. So he wants it to say "yee yee" on it. So I'm trying to get it done. but I thought with the camo, stingray and yee on it, it's going to pop like crazy.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
So, but yes, fuchsia. I can do fuchsia. I mean, you can do, multiple colors. I have
now when you do the camo. When you do the camo on the stingray, you have to camo dye it yourself.
No, I have a supplier that has them.
Well, I didn't know if the eels actually came, from God as camo, or is it something you had to do to them? I was like,
it kind of makes you wonder, like, huh?
No, that's the thing is, I have, when I do a strap, I mean, I've got my basic browns and blacks, and you got your cognac or your peanut. Those are the colors that are really accessible. But when somebody wants something crazy, I've got a supplier for it, and sky's the limit, really. Like I said, camo. Lizard is a really cool texture, and when it's dyed, you can get a metallic finish on it.
Have you ever worked with tegu?
Yes.
I used to actually have a pet shop in Atlanta, Georgia, and I sold living tegus. I sold every kind of exotic lizard, snake you could imagine. And I'll tell you what, a tegu is, you cannot tame a tegu. Those are some really mean lizards.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hear. That's why they're all showing up on...
That's why they're on boots or straps.
Exactly. We tamed them. Yeah, just the hard way.
One of the meanest lizards... Now, this one is tameable. It's a Savannah monitor. But a Savannah has like a roughneck. It has like marble size... on the skin around the neck area, these round circles of real thick skin.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that, but...
Yeah, they get up to like 5 foot long on a rarity, but a Savannah monitor. Then you have the largest lizard is not a Komodo dragon, but it's called a Salvador water monitor, and they get up to 13 foot long, but they're just not as heavy bodied as a Komodo dragon. And they have like little... Yeah, they have daisies, and they're younger ages when they're up like 2 to... Well, especially 2 and below, but when they're 2 to 4 foot long, they have like yellow daisies all over their back. They're black, and they have a yellow belly on them. And I had one of them as a pet, and when this thing was 4 foot long, I would dump like, a whole bag full of minnows in my bathtub. He had his own bathroom in there, and in one bite he'd catch like 3 or 4 minnows. And then when he was down to the last minnow darting around in the bathtub, they would catch him every time. I mean, their teeth are like needles made to catch fish.
Wow.
Salvadors and Nile monitors.
Wow. Well, they're probably all protected, too.
Probably. Not Chris. He'll beat him over the head.
Mine broke out of my apartment. I lived in an apartment, actually, at the time, and he climbed up the wall. It was a place called Mallard Point Apartments in Marietta, Georgia.
Right.
And you probably don't want to give that information out because they're probably looking for you right now.
They probably are. The kids on the top floor were having a birthday party up there, and all of a sudden I heard all these kids just screaming like Godzilla came to the party. I knew where my lizard was at.
The first time you knew where your lizard was at.
I knew where my lizard was at. I mean, I always had that problem. Sometimes you don't know where you put your snake at.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Off the subject again. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I caught a rattlesnake one time in Cedars of Lebanon down in Tennessee.
Right.
And these guys drove by. They're redneck guys in a truck. And this snake is doing jump rope with his body. His fang is almost in my thumb, where he's using his body to shake to get a bite on my hand.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, this truck pulled up and was like, "Hey, is that a python?" And you could hear his rattler. He's like, "No." "Is that a boy?" It's like, "No, but you got a damn bucket?" We got a 5-gallon bucket and chunked the snake in there, put a towel over top of it, and put a bungee cord over the towel. And I'm in the passenger seat of my Blazer going down the road, and all of a sudden it bit the top of that towel, and his fangs just shot out up there, and it sprayed a big K across the front windshield of my Blazer. Either he's trying to spell my name or kill. I don't know, but I named him Boots. And actually, this is a true story. The San Antonio Zoo in Texas, in San Antonio, they have a place called the Snake Farm. And John is the manager down there. Well, they actually were building a reptile exhibit in Knoxville, Tennessee. So they came from Knoxville to my house to pick my snake up. They took him all the way while they were building it. They went from my house down to Texas, dropped it off with the manager, John, down at Snake Farm in San Antonio. And then after they finished it, they put it up there on exhibit because it was a timber rattler, eastern timber rattler, which was more of a rare snake. And his name was Boots. And I didn't name him Boots because of making a pair of shoes.
Yeah, right.
I had just got through. I was hiring Boots Randolph to do a recording for me when I found the snake. And it's like, I'm going to name him Boots.
Why not?
There you go.
Speaking of python and snakes, the strap that I actually did for Tyler Hubbard, a Florida Georgia line, if you look at it, he's got the black gator on top, but the inlay is actually chrome snakeskin.
Wow.
And it's actually authentic snakeskin, but it was chromed. And they just came out with Get Your Shine On. And I was thinking, what is the shiniest thing I can make? And I just was surfing around, and I found chrome snakeskin. And when I put that in there with the black, it just, you can see it, on TV and on the internet, how much it just pops out there.
Does it adhere to it really good, or is it flake easy, or?
Well, see, that's the thing is I spray a glue on it, but then I also stitch it. So, and as far as there's not a lot of movement in that area of the strap, so there's no, and it flexes. It's almost like a paper. When it's chromed, it almost looks like paper, but it's actual snakeskin.
Wow.
And it adheres great. It's perfect. I've had remnants from that for the past, 8-10 months, and it still is the same way I got it, So it's definitely durable, but it really looks cool when you put it on a black strap.
Well,
wow,
awesome. So
I've used my strap for everything. I use it for a boat oar. I use it for a pillow.
Yeah, no doubt. So how can we? Why don't you tell our listeners how they can get a hold of you and where?
My Facebook link to my Preston Leatherworks page is R Preston Leather 1, and of course it's www.facebook.com if you got to do that, but it's R Preston Leather 1.
Okay.
And that's the way to get to me on Facebook. If you want to text me, feel free to at 850-339-7497. I've got,
You're out of
Brian.
Tallahasse, Florida?
Yes, but I'm actually moving to Jacksonville.
It's Leatherworks, WORKX.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking at it now.
So it would stand out.
Well, that's a nice looking strap right there.
Yeah, the one I did for Jake Owen.
Yeah.
That's a black gator hide, and basically, I actually did that for Brian Kelley because Brian he hit me up and he said, "Hey, I want you to do a strap for me," and I said, "You've already got one," and he says, "It's not for me." I said, "Well, then who's it for?" He goes, "For Jake Owen." Now, the funny thing is one of my really good friends, Eric Durrance at Tobacco Road, is good friends with Jake Owen, because they co-wrote 8 Second Ride. Well, I always thought that Eric would be the one to get me the Jake Owen strap, and instead it was Brian. But he come to me and he says, "I want you to design a strap for Jake Owen, and it's got to say something with Florida on it and his name." And I'm like, "Man, I just did your strap with Florida on it," and I'm like, "I don't know how I'm ever going to beat it, because it's such a cool looking strap."
Now, how do people get? Do they actually call you, or do they send you a Facebook request? Or
yeah, that's probably the easiest way is send me a Facebook request, and if they they can message me on Facebook, or
so I need to measure. If I want you to make me a strap, I need to give you my private size, my dog's tail size, but more specific.
Yeah. Yeah, a very
about 3 hairs short of the record.
Oh, will you shut up and let him finish?
But so yeah, Brian gives me the idea. He goes, I want something Florida and something with his name on it. And I went through probably 24 designs, and finally it hit me. And that's where I inlaid the flag of Florida inside the gator.
Wow.
And then with his name over top of it, it just pops. And everybody that's seen that strap is just crazy about it. The kicker is with Florida Georgia Line being so busy as they are, Jake Owen doesn't have the strap yet. And that's what's killing me, because I actually had my buddy Eric text him and ask him if he's got it, because I haven't heard anything. And he says, no, man, I've been all over the country. I haven't seen Brian. So somewhere there's this really cool strap that belongs to Jake Owen, and he hasn't gotten it yet. So it was supposed to be a surprise, but it's probably not anymore.
Is that H-U-B-B or H-O-B-B?
H-U-B-B.
Hub.
Yeah, it's H-U-B-B. T-Hub, that's his nickname.
That's a good-looking strap here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, he messaged me, and after Brian had his for probably 6 months, he messaged me and he says, well, I guess it's time for me to get a strap. And I said, I've been waiting. I said, it's about time. I've been waiting. And he had one that had some skulls on it, and Brian was standing out. He was really popping. And he says, all right, go ahead and design me one. And funny thing is that was the first design I came up with, and he said, I love it, send it to me.
Have you ever made one with the ridges, like, how they have like the ridge tail going down the end of the strap?
Actually, the one I just did for Chase Rice, his white one, has that. And he's seen it, and he goes, man, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It'd be cool to have like red eyeballs on an albino strap with the eye ridges on it with marbles
cool.
for eyeballs. Yeah,
that would be cool. They actually make belts like that they got the little gator head on them, and I just don't know how it would come off with a gator. With a guitar strap, because you got to have. See,
Robert has a friend that makes those, where he takes the things like the roadkill, and it makes like a beer top opener or a toilet paper roll holder.
It's not one of my friends, Dan. It's your kin.
Have you ever listened to the Tex Man Cave?
No.
He takes toilet paper and sticks it in all orifices and sits it out in the field for like months until all the maggots get tired of eating it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and then he takes it and he sells it for like a multitask unit, like a printer holder, a scanner printer holder that opens bottle tops and holds the toilet paper.
And you want to hear something. This guy is seriously for real.
Are you serious? Wow.
I'm telling you, he is completely for real. This guy, I mean, he is...
He pooped in my yard on Christmas, and it steamed. I couldn't believe he came to my house on Christmas. I didn't want to let him in, but I'm like, what are you doing? He's sitting there beating on your door.
And this guy thinks, he thinks, oh my God.
You can look him up on YouTube, the Texas Man Cave Show. I mean...
I'm gonna do it for sure, definitely.
It's TEX''S.
Well, here you go. Here, I'll give you a little sample of text. You want to hear text? Listen,
yes.
Here's text.
Just fine.
He want to strap on.
This Philip?
Yeah.
This Stephen and Philip?
This it can be.
Hey.
This here is. This here is Roy D. Mercer.
Y'all shows because I listen to a lot of y'all's programs out here in Texas. Man, y'all got something going on right there. Y'all are good. That woman right there is pretty good too.
Yes, that's good.
Awesome. How do you enjoy Steve so far?
That's pretty good. I want to ask y'all a question. Is there a difference in ghosts and spooks?
Oh my God!
We don't want to get into that. That's we were talking about racism a little earlier, so we're not going to.
No, I ain't talking about racism. I'm talking about spooks. We got spooks out here in Texas. They comes out like all throughout the night and all that kind of stuff. And spooks are kind of more ruthless, I believe, than what ghost is, because they fart on you.
we
they just don't have no manners at all. I had one take my cowboy boot and whop me upside my head the other day, and nobody was in the house. My wife and my girlfriend was both gone. It just whopped me right. I smelled it first. I went back to sleep. I was on my chair, and all of a sudden it just like, pong, it just knocked me right over my head, my boot.
All right, there you go. How you like that guy?
He's unique.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We went down to Texas and we met this guy. It was me who had to go down there, and it was the ungodly, most weirdest thing and I have ever experienced in my life. I mean, this guy, we wanted to do a show on the network. We said, let's do Texas Man Cave, and it's like, everybody looked at each other around the table, and we just started like looking like, oh, this is going to be a tough one, and it's like they all look at me and they go, why don't you go down and do it? It's like I'm the guy that won't eat frickin' Life cereal. Have Mikey do it. Yeah, just have Rob do it. And so that's what I did, and I got down there, and I'm telling you, I drove up in his driveway. And
got his name tattooed on some girl's breast.
And not only that, I pull up in his driveway, and I run over a chicken.
Yeah, I remember that.
and he goes, and he's like, and I go, dude, I'm sorry I ran over. He goes, oh, that's no problem. He picks it up, and he freaking carries it in, he throws it on the counter. And
it's probably his love chicken.
He goes, that's dinner tonight.
That's dinner tonight.
I'm like,
chicken.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, the odor in that place was horrendous. I mean, this guy, he had dead.
He's on my. If you go to YouTube, you'll see him stuffing a cat on my back. He killed my neighbor's cat. Well, actually, they ran over it or something.
Yeah.
How was
but
he
he's out there stuffing it.
How?
He stuffs it with toilet paper or whatever. He stuffs it in the rear and
he literally stuffs it?
Yes.
He was taking a coat hanger up the back end of it.
Oh, my goodness.
You can see it on YouTube, Tex Man Cave.
I'm going to do it. That's for sure. Wow. That's crazy. But, yeah, what were we talking about again?
Yeah, let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. All right, so we can get you, hey, I'd like to have you come back on the show. Let's and see how you guys are doing out there.
Robert, have you ever been on a show like ours before?
No, I haven't. This is a first for sure.
Oh, you actually probably won't want to share it, this first one, I guarantee.
Oh no. There was a friend of mine, Lindsay Aaron. I did a strap for her, and she asked me. She says, "Is this going to be recorded?" I said, "I think it is." She says, "Because I'm going to share it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's great." I don't know what's going to happen, but you can share it.
I tell you what, you get all your fans and everybody and everything to go over there at GHTR. We'll let them know what's happening with you.
No, I appreciate it.
I like to have a frog hair strap. One I made out of genuine frog hair.
He's a dumbass, isn't he?
Pretty close.
That's just just like his chicken nipples.
But send me those measurements because I want to make you a strap. So.
All right. I liked your page just a minute ago, so I shared the like on it.
Cool. Yeah, Thank you very much.
Yeah, stay in touch with us and stuff like that. But I really want to appreciate you coming on the show. I enjoyed having you.
Yes, Rob. Thank you very much, Chris. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you guys again.
All right. Well, you guys take care and you be good. And thanks for coming on the show. And we will talk to you soon. All right.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Take care, buddy.
Well, there you go, Robert Preston here on Late Night with Rob and Chris on GHTR, the nation's podcast radio. You want to tweet us, you can tweet us at GH Talk Radio, or you can find us on Facebook at GHTR. Man, I tell you what, that was a interesting interview.
Yes, it was.
I surprised you, didn't I?
We railroaded him a few times.
Oh, yeah, that poor son of a bitch didn't see that one coming.
He's probably getting a beating right now. And she's like, what?
Well.
He probably knows Will Beaton's wife, Anita Beaton.
Oh, God, here we go again. No,
she's probably the first customer on here tonight.
But no, I mean, I'm actually going to probably, he's probably booked up right now, but I wouldn't mind having a nice strap made. I don't want them that wide, though.
Well, mine's actually very wide. I mean, mine is wide. I mean, it's at least, I'd say, I don't have a tape measure on me, and I don't know where a tape measure's at, but I'd say it's every bit of 4 inches wide.
Right.
And it's very comfortable to wear. I mean, I love quality straps.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, in my opinion...
I think mine's 3.5 inches wide.
Touche. Yes. Go at it, man.
I'm trying to measure with something as you're talking. Here, I got.
Oh, here he goes again. He's running across. He's gonna go kick a chicken or something like that. Who knows? But no, I mean, it's you know, are you there?
Yeah, I'm measuring it with a CD.
Will you just stop measuring? God.
I'm gonna get a tape measure one of these days.
Oh, one of these days, yeah. You always use a reed.
It might be scary if I got a tape measure, because then I might not want a tape measure.
Oh yeah. That's one of those mathematical figures you just want to. But no, I mean the work he does is phenomenal, and I'm really glad that he was on the air with us. I mean, it's leave it to Brenda though. You got to leave it to her. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Brenda. That was very interesting. I mean, what guy that has an instrument doesn't like to accessorize his instrument?
Well, remember I told you, I when I got my guitar, I said I haven't gotten my strap yet. You know, right. And the thing about it is like this is what I said. I hadn't played guitar for 12 years. I'm getting back into it. I mean, to me, yes, I was a very good guitarist back in the day. And the thing about it is it's slowly coming back. And one of these times, that strap is really important to me. It's like, it's got to be like right.
Well, you don't have to have a guitar to have a guitar strap. Somebody out there is like, I ain't got no guitar, but I'm going to get me a strap.
You see a guy walk
later.
Dude, yeah. I think you lost your guitar. No. I just like the strap. Like,
well, some people might want to play air guitar. You never know.
One of those deals. But no, I mean, the thing about it is he does really good artwork. And like I said, my first one was done by Eddie Flores. And he's like, this guy was incredible. I mean, you should see this work this guy does. But you know how you have, like, he weaved. It was like a weave, kind of like a weave. Really nice, kind of like wicker, kind of weavish kind of feel. That's what it was. And that thing, I had that for, I don't know how many years. And it just felt like he was talking about it. Just once that leather gets broke in,
right?
It's like the best damn thing and the best feeling in the world. Knowing that guitar is not going to go anywhere. I can let go of it and it's not going to fall off.
Well, see, I have a strap lock on mine, on one end of it. And I have it on the bottom end of the guitar. I don't have a strap lock on it. It never comes off or whatever, but if I want to get out of it really fast. But the only reason I have strap locks on both ends of it because the leather was actually made a little too thick. And the strap lock head, the threaded area where you put your nut down on it, it's too thick for that. So I need my strap, something done to it.
Yeah, mine had, I actually got these little ends that clamped onto there. You just take out the nuts on there and you put these ones on there and that damn strap.
I figured you would have had one of those ZZ Top things where you could spin your guitar around.
No, I actually thought I couldn't play a guitar like that. And it's really hard to play a guitar that's fixed on your body like that. I mean, those guys, if you watch the video, they're really not playing. They are, but I'm saying it's really hard to play that music like that. I couldn't do it. I need to have that guitar because sometimes I lift that guitar and I pull the guitar and my arm does. See, there's a lot of things I do when I'm playing. I'm already starting to do it, by the way. Twisting the body and making it like, yeah, all right, that sounds good. So anyway, you ready to rock and roll, man?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Well, we're not going to rock. We're going to do country bunk in the night, so we'll do it.
All right.
Church bells ringing on our wedding day. Climbed in that limo and rode away. Guess you'll always hear some people say they're never gonna make it. We settled in and we settled down in this quiet little seaside town. You were the rock I built my world around. And never break it. We are one heartbeat in the darkness. We are one lasting answered prayer. We are one unbroken promise. We are two true believers. It wasn't easy getting here today. Sometimes you stumbled or I lost my way. But every roadblock was a chance to see. Take my hand, I'm here beside you. We worked and made it through the toughest parts. Now every day's another chance to start. To look around and see that where we are is where we were trying to get to. We are one heartbeat in the darkness. We are one lasting answered prayer. We are one unbroken promise. We are two true We are one before I got in heaven. Oh, we are one road when the going gets rough. Yeah, we are one now and forever. We are one name, one life, one flame. We are one heartbeat in the darkness. We are one lasting answered prayer. We are one unbroken promise. And we are two true believers. We are two true believers.
I told you on the day we wed I was gonna love you till I was dead. Made you wait till our wedding night. That's the first and the last time I'll wear white. So if the ties we bind ever do come loose, tie 'em in a knot like a hangman's noose. 'Cause I'll go to heaven or I'll go to hell before I'll see you with someone else. Put me in the ground, put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crutch is loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. wasn't there.
Maybe I should take a picture off the dashboard before memory hits the brakes and takes the wheel. Yeah, I bet she's still crying on that front porch. Yeah, this time it's gonna take some time to heal. 'Cause I'm on my way to Tennessee, singing Georgia on my mind, chasing what they say's a dream, thinking maybe it ain't mine. 'Cause that girl's in every song I sing, she's in every song I write, and that six-string riding in her seat won't keep me home tonight. God, what am I supposed to do? There's more than miles in my rear view. I swore I wanted, trying not to buy into my doubts, but I just can't seem to keep myself from wondering why I'm jealous of all them headlights headed south. 'Cause I'm on my way to Tennessee, singing Georgia on my mind, chasing what they say is a dream, thinking maybe it ain't mine. 'Cause that girl's in every song I sing, she's in every song I write, and that six-string riding in the seat won't keep me warm tonight. God, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, 'cause there's still more miles in my rear view. Time I look behind me, I see her. I think I just realized how much I need her. Damn. So I'm turning back for Georgia, stopping short of Tennessee. I can't put my dreams before her. Man, I need help with me. That girl's in every song I sing, she's in every song I write, and that six-string riding in her seat, sleeping back tonight. Now I know what I'm supposed to do, yeah. There's still more than miles in my rear view.
Took a deep breath in the mirror. He didn't like it when I wore high heels, but I do. Turned the lock and put my headphones on. He always said he didn't get this song, but I do. I do. Walked in expecting you'd be late, but you got here early and you stand and wave. I walk to you. You pull my chair out and help me in, and you don't know how nice that is, but
Well, I've been hanging around this place. I've been looking through your space. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. All the places that you go, all the people that you know. I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. And all these pretty people up on El Cerrito Place, they all got something in their pockets, all got something on their face. They roll down to La Brea, where it meets the boulevard, singing hallelujah while they dance over the stars. They all say they're going far. Me, I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby, all night long. All night long. All night long. Someone said they might have seen you where the ocean meets the land. So I've been out here all night looking for your footprints in the sand. Did you hear the ocean singing? And baby, did you sing along while you danced down in the water to some old forgotten song? Or were you me, I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby, all night long. All night long. All night long. Somehow I wound up in the desert just after daylight, where the Joshua trees grow, that little place you always liked. But these pioneer town people ain't got too much to say, and if you ever were here, baby, they ain't giving you away. And now it's been 2 days, and I'm still looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby. I've been looking for you, baby, all night long. All night long. All night long. All these pretty people up on El Cerrito Place, they all got something in their pockets, all got something on their face. When you're sailing by the sea, where the ocean meets the land, so I'll be sailing all night looking for your footprints in the sand. I think I'll go back to the city, back to El Cerrito Place. That's the last time that I saw that pretty smile upon your face. I've been looking for you, baby.
song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Hey, baby. Yeah, when I first saw that bikini top on her, she's popping right out of the South Georgia water. Thought, oh, good Lord, she had them long tan legs, couldn't help myself, so I walked up and said, well, baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs through the middle of every little farm town with you in this brand new Chevy with a lift kit. Would look a hell of a lot better with you up in it. So baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Yeah, she was sipping on Southern and singing Marshall Tucker. We were falling in love in the sweetheart of summer. She hopped right up into the cab of my truck and said, fire it up, let's go get this thing stuck. Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs through the middle of every little farm town with you in this brand new Chevy with a lift kit. Would look a hell of a lot better with you up in it. So baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. When that summer sun fell to his knees, I looked at her and she looked at me, and I turned on those KC lights and drove all night, 'cause it felt so right. Her and I, man, we feel so right. I put it in park and grabbed my guitar and strummed a couple chords and sang from the heart. Girl, you sure got the beat in my chest bumping. Hell, I can't get you out of my head. Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs through the middle of every little farm town with you. Well, baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise down a back road, blowing stop signs through the middle of every little farm town with you in this brand new Chevy with a lift kit. Look a hell of a lot better with you up in it. Come on, baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Come on, girl, get those windows down and cruise. Oh, yeah.
I still change the station every time they play that song. Can't drive past your house, so I take a long way home.
Your black leather jacket's still hanging in my closet. I wish that I could give it away.
Oh, even though you're gone, somehow you stay. And every other time love said goodbye, just shake it off, shake it off. Pour another drink so I don't feel a thing. I just shake it off, break it off. Erased all your numbers, blocked all your calls. shake it off, shake it off. Pour another drink so I don't feel a thing. I just shake it off, break it off. Erased all your numbers, blocked all your calls. Tried another lover, built up the walls. Told myself it's over, don't know what else I can do. I can't shake you. I can't shake you. I could tell that it was over when her lips met mine. There was an emptiness in her voice, hesitation when she smiled. She didn't have to say a word, it was just so plain to see. She'd found what she'd been looking for, and I knew it wasn't me. I saw goodbye in her eyes. Don't think I can change it. There's no way to disguise. We will never make it. Sometimes I feel like a clown, wash off his makeup. The life she wanted, it was gone. Prince Charming, I wasn't. But I would trade 1,000 Babylons to be in her arms tomorrow. But like the tide, her love is come and gone, and it's time for me to go. I saw goodbye in her eyes. I don't think I can change it. There's no way to disguise. We will never make it. Just a waste of time. One thing that I know for sure, I saw goodbye in her eyes. I saw goodbye in her eyes. Burned down.
saw goodbye in your eyes. I saw goodbye in your eyes. I know that it's over.
very first day the Lord sat down and saw fit to say, let there be light, so he could tell the daytime from the night. And then he spoke again, we felt the wind come rolling in, smelled the rain, it soaked everything. And then the mountains rose up across the Great Plains, and all the angels up in heaven started singing, all it's missing is a pretty thing. Let there be cowgirls for every cowboy, and make them strong as any man. Lordy, something you can't tame, she's a Mustang, the heartbeat of the heartland. She's got a draw, y'all, yeah, she's the salt of the earth that rocks my world. Let there be cowgirls, come on. He met me back in 68. The first time I met her I was nearly 8 and she was 10. Her name was Little Kelley. She was born to a farmer who was friends with my father. I was in love with a sharecropper's only daughter. Thought I was in, he made me think again. But when I turned 16, I thought it couldn't get worse. I saw her riding on a horse and fell in love so bad it hurt. Let there be cowgirls for every cowboy, and make them strong as any man. Lordy, something you can't tame, she's a Mustang, the heartbeat of the heartland. She's got a draw, y'all, yeah, she's the salt of the earth that rocks my world. Let there be cowgirls. Come on. Let there be cowgirls. Let there be cowgirls. Let there be cowgirls for every cowboy, and make them strong as any man. Lordy, something you can't tame, she's a Mustang, the heartbeat of the heartland. She's got a draw, y'all, yeah, she's the salt of the earth that rocks my world. Sure. Let there be cowgirls. Ooh, let there be cowgirls. Come on.
Welcome back to the Drop with Chris here on GHTR, the Nation's Podcast Radio. Following up here.
Holy crap, I almost had to use a fire extinguisher on my speakers.
Were you jamming it out, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, man. I bet you were.
Yeah, that was a good set, man. I thought you'd like that. I thought it might serve you a little bit of justice. You don't think so?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, I had this idea a while ago about stumping Robert on the Stump Chris night.
Mm-mm.
What do you think about that?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Gotta be me.
I don't play games. I hate games. Matter of fact, though, I do have something to stump you on. And I know that if you don't get it, I'm gonna beat you down. So bad, gonna beat you down. Is that okay?
All right.
No, actually, I want you to see if you know who this is. This is not a contest or anything. I just want to see if you know who this is.
Not yet. Thinking.
All the jewels in heaven, they don't look the same to me. I just wait the tides to turn till I learn.
You can't figure that out by now?
No. Bluebird outside my window. I don't know.
Bluebird, no. It's after Back, man. You know who Back is.
Yeah. I hadn't heard that ever.
Yeah, no.
Robbie Day.
Yeah.
Well, there's only so many songs you could listen to in your lifetime, and
Okay.
when I like something, I usually wear it out.
All right, let's see if you can name this tune. You'll get it right. I bet you'll get it within 10 seconds.
All right.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
You didn't do it.
Well, who would not know the name of that song?
Okay. Who's the singer?
There's a tear in my beer, and it's a raindrops keep falling on my head. Is that Tony Orlando?
No.
No.
B.J. Thomas.
Oh.
Remember B.J. Thomas?
Okay.
Or was that like before your time?
I thought it was Tony Orlando.
Nope. No, sir.
You have to check your search on that and find out.
Nope.
Is it B.J. Thomas?
Yeah, B.J. Thomas. I got him right here. I got his album. Right here. Here we go. God, Hooked on a Feeling. All that stuff. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Dustin, buddy. Keep up rocking, man. He's out there rocking to our station tonight.
Oh,
and
really?
all the listeners. June, she's already wrote us several times telling us how much she loves her songs. Love you, Mama.
Yeah, she only likes it when I play that stuff that I want to shoot in my head.
June's always there. You could be in a blizzard. As long as she has internet connection, she's up there in New York.
Yeah, we got a lot of those people out there. Matter of fact, what really got me the other day, actually, I got an email from this girl. She's out in Southern California, down by Baja. And I said, the hell you doing all the way down there? And she goes, I came down here, she goes, 15 years ago, and I just decided to stay. I said, okay. So she's actually one of our real big fans out there, and she loves the show. I mean, she's also very dorky, man. I've actually talked.
I have been out in that area many times. In fact, I've been to so many different deserts out in the area.
Right.
It gets cold in a lot of the deserts, too. A lot of people think, oh, it's a desert. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, I drove through deserts while it was raining, went out to California, came back through the desert, and everything was blooming.
Yeah. The one thing I like going across, and I don't know why, but it's salt flats.
Yeah, Bonneview?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out there many times. Seems like you could just walk out there like 5 miles and you'd be to the mountains on the other side.
Yeah.
And then 20 miles and you're like, it's never. It's just like when you're going through Northern California seeing Rainier in the distance.
Yeah.
It could be 100 miles away from you and you could drive, it seemed like the whole day long and it's still way up in front of you.
Years ago, right there on the salt flats, where they have all the racing and stuff like that.
Right.
We were down there, and one of my friends, he wanted what they do is they just don't let you show up and run your car out there. That place,
you have to have tequila when you go out there with the salt.
You got to be dumb. But I'm just saying, they literally have that place, pretty secure. They don't let anybody get in there. But my friends, they knew somebody, and we got in there. And I'm telling you right now, man. Those guys are nuts. It's like he got on his crotch rocket and he just opened that baby up. I mean, as fast as he could go with that thing. And he was like, he looks at me, he gets back, and he goes, "You want to try it?" And I looked at him, I go, "Uh-uh." And he goes, "Why not?"
What?
And I go, "It's
the salt flats is pretty flat. But
Yeah.
there's still cracks in the salt, and there's a few things that could be out there. It could be an erosion lump of some sort. And I'd hate to be doing 200 miles plus an hour and hit something like that.
Yeah, well,
First of all, salt on your skin, it's going to be like glass.
It's going to hurt a little bit.
It's going to eat you up like a little swipe across the desert.
When I was actually out there, it was probably about a month later, that's when they had those, they have these speed deals where they get people come out with all these different kinds of, machines that these cars they're concept cars, a lot of them, but there's a lot of these cars, and it's kind of weird how they do the actual tests. They make them run 4 times to get their average speed, so it's kind of weird that they did that. That's how I didn't know that. I thought they just go as fast as they go, and that's not how they do it. They take 4 different times and they average the speeds out. That'll give you your total miles per hour. Ain't that weird?
Yeah. I was just sitting here thinking of a car levitating with rocket engines out there.
No.
You can't see anything out there, I swear. I've been out there many, many, many times.
Actually, matter of fact, that's the first time I've seen Shockwave.
Really?
Yeah, Shockwave. That's the first time I saw Shockwave. And when he was a baby, Shockwave. Matter of fact, let me put it this way to you. A lot of people don't understand. This is the one thing, Chris. You ever wondered how people's concept of thought is? Like, think about it. You take an F-14 Tomcat, right, and it's got these big frickin' motors in it, these big frickin' jet engines that can move, right, a 10-ton piece of steel through the air at 1,400 miles an hour plus. 1,400 miles an hour plus. So there's a lot of thrust there. You know what I'm saying? And this guy had an idea. Well, let me strap this on a Peterbilt and see how fast I can go.
I've seen them when they light it up and it just burns the football field scorch.
Oh yeah. Well, when he was out there, I was just like looking. I was just shaking my head, going, "This guy's nuts."
Well, I think about it. You build a big block, like say a 460 big block. Build it with everything you got. I don't care if you got supercharged blowers, everything else. You're still only limited at a few thousand horsepower.
Right.
Maybe 8,000 if you got something that nobody else has. But I don't know. I'm not an expert at that. But that's nothing compared to what you're talking about.
I know. But anyway, what really got me is like frickin' he's out there, and I go, this guy's like he's serious.
It's like lassoing a Class 5 Hurricane or
it's
something.
No,
I mean.
nothing like strapping your ass to a couple frickin' motors on land and trying to frickin'. I mean, seriously. That's fast. I mean, if you have ever seen it, matter of fact,
I've seen them. Yes, I love watching stuff like that.
If you go back and actually not long ago they had a documentary on him, and they talked about how he got to start. And this guy's like, he goes, the first time they ever were out there with the Peterbilt, they frickin' they almost completely blew it up. I mean,
wow.
I
had a rocket power skateboard. I told you that story before. When I was a kid, I had a big keg of gunpowder I duct taped to my skateboard and lit it. And I was going to sit on it because Wile E. Coyote would have. But I decided, well, it's a prototype. I'm going to light it and step around the corner. My dad was inside the house, and all of a sudden the whole neighborhood came out. The whole backyard, 1 square acre of lot, you couldn't see your hands hardly in front of your face. My skateboard shot over a telephone pole and went way out in a cornfield, bounced off the ground, shot up in there again, and burned a fiberglass skateboard in half. And I could only imagine if I tried to hang on to that, what kind of ride and burns it would have been.
I would have been laughing. I've been a friend on the ground laughing.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I don't know, he's dumb. He's the one that wanted to do it.
I lived real close to Lackland Air Force Base. Many times I've seen the pilots fly right over my backyard, wave at you. You can see the mustache on their face, and a few moments later, the sound goes by.
Well, I don't want to talk about it, okay, what I did, but I can tell you what. Let me give you something that will really. You ain't seen nothing till you see a frickin' F-14 Tomcat at full throttle on the ocean, 75 feet in the air, flying by a ship. And I'm telling you right now, you think that's loud? That thing will go by you, and it's like 13 seconds later, here comes the sonic boom. You know, it's like boom, and it's like it's not like it's bone crushing. And that's why they don't do that too often. Did you know that our United States, our pilots cannot fly over the sound barrier over the United States?
Yes, I knew that. And I also knew because back when the Concorde was such a popular aircraft, it left, I think, Lackland once before. It went over where we lived at. It broke a lot of windows. Yep. And they had a big controversy about planes flying over the United States at Mach 1 speeds and above.
Ain't that weird, though?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if we had to shit and get it, you betcha. I mean, can you imagine? Check this out. Flying to, from, like, say, East Coast, West Coast in 45 minutes.
Oh, it would take no time. I mean, it depends on what you're flying. And the further out you fly, the higher, like, for example, satellites at 17,500 miles an hour. I mean,
it eats a lot of fuel. A lot of fuel. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is here it is. Then I was going to tell you earlier when we went for a break, progression on the guitar is more and more. It's like it's like if I keep working at it, I know that I want to be coming back full. So,
well, like I was talking about, even little simple things like the paraffin bath. If you ever do that, if you go into a hospital to visit somebody, stop in the physical therapy ward and just ask them. They will. I'm sure they'll let you just dip in and try it.
Well, I'm already gonna try that. I've already made up my mind that I'm gonna try it because if you say it works, it works. I trust that it works. There's another remedy that I know that a friend of mine she lives down in Florida down there, and she does herbal medicines and stuff like this. And she's actually supposed to be sending me up some. I don't ask me what it is. I don't know, but she said. You make it up into a paste. You put it all over your hands, and you wrap your hand up in a towel like you said and stuff. And she says you'll start to feel it tingle, and you'll start to feel it kind of like heat up a little bit. But she says it will definitely she wants, because she used to hear me play. That's why she wants. She says I want to hear you play again. I was like okay. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But no, I mean I'm progressing. I guess we'll just give an update. How's that? Progressing.
So how do you feel with it?
I'm feeling a little bit more where I'm sitting a little bit more, and I'm just kind of closing my eyes and just I was showing Jody like yesterday. I don't need a pick to be able to I was showing her how I can hit the string and I can resonate the sound without even. Where I can just go up and down the keyboard. I'm not accurate right now, but I'm showing her how. And then I showed her like I was actually talking to you the other day, where, you strum the thumb, you you strum it, and then you use your index finger, curl back to your thumb, and you kind of just, right on the side of your index finger, just hit the strings down below, and you can resonate a real perfect good sound. That's kind of like the stuff I'd like to show you about.
I can see you now. Back when you were a baby, you were laying in your crib, and they give you a little ukulele, and you start.
No, actually, if I would have had a guitar in my hand at an early age, who knows where I would have been today. It's all about, the thing about it.
Did you get toy guitars when you were a kid?
No, I didn't actually. My dad had a guitar. He had he had a Gibson. I forget what kind it was, but it wasn't a solid body at all, and it was kind of like what Buck Owens would have on stage.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of a guitar. And my dad used to fiddle with it, and when I was younger, and I used to watch my dad. This is kind of a story that is kind of cool. So, and I used to watch my dad play the guitar. Now he didn't play it like, he was, smoke on the water and stuff like that, and just doing certain things. Now my dad is a phenomenal keyboard. He can play the piano. My dad can play the piano great.
I always liked the Southern rock, especially if you had a vintage Fender amplifier,
right?
And coming in with a Reverberato or something like that. And
well, that's just
you remember the band Blackfoot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, right.
Listen to you.
Oh my God. You know how many people, that's like smoke on the water.
Highway Song is a badass song.
And I used to actually, matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, because that was actually in 1997 or 1995.
They had Wishing Well and Blackfoot Strikes.
And well, anyway,
Train.
Right, we're Highwayman. We played that, and my friends said to me, "Go, man," they said, "You want to play this?" I looked at them. I go, and they're looking at me and they go, "Yeah, right." Like, he wants to play this song. It's like they all knew, and all of a sudden I just started. I had to get the song in my head, and I just said, "Oh, okay." I remember. I goes, "Okay," and so I just started playing it. And kind of like in, just acoustic mode there, just kind of playing, getting a feel for the notes and stuff, kind of walking up and down the stage. All of a sudden, I went over, hit the pedal, and you talk about distortion up the bazoo. It just made that sound just resonate. So when I get my fingers back, we'll compare. Actually, we're going to get on the air one of these times, and we'll go back and forth so you can do the better guitar licks. Give me a while, buddy.
All right.
Can you? It's like I know it does. It makes me feel good though. The answer to your question, it's really making me feel. It's actually going back in time when I remember how relaxing playing the guitar can be, and just to sit there with my legs up, with the guitar in my lap, and being able to just.
Well, a tip to all guitar players: if you have your guitar in a case stored away, you're least likely to play it. If you have it out within accessible reach and you walk by it, it will learn to call your name.
It does. Like, right before the show tonight, I was like, it's like that time when you were like, yeah, right before the show, I was like practicing singing. I'm like, right before the show, I was practicing on the guitar. I was just strumming with it and stuff like that. It was like, okay.
You're walking by, it's like, psst, Rob, hey, it's like this.
Look, I got 15 minutes. I know Chris is always freaking late, so I'll get a couple minutes in and play it. And I did. So it was kind of cool. Enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Tonight's show was pretty good.
Yeah.
Play a little bit more country than I'm used to, but what the hell? Yeah, you gotta kind of divide it up once in a while, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I did have. I actually, Brenda was on getting a hold of me, or not getting a hold of me, but letting Facebook know that she got stood up by a guy that's in out there posing as one of the guys from Rascal Flatts, and and I told her, I said, dude, if you're looking for him, make sure this goes for everybody. If you're going after an actor, their fan page will be verified. If that's verified, that person is who they are. That's their fan page. If they're not verified, all entertainers, celebrities, and everything's stuff is verified. You have to send in paperwork to get it verified. You have to show proof who you are. Once you're verified, you're verified. So there's no doubt. Look for verification, and you won't get burned like that next time. Because there are a lot of fakes out there, right, Chris?
Yes, there are.
Yeah, we got this one guy out there. His name is Chris Allen. Just because he was on a frickin' American Idol, he thinks he's a frickin' he's a wuss. I still think he's a wuss. If if we ever get to meet him, the first word I'm gonna go. So hey, why are you such a wuss? Why couldn't you answer our calls? Why couldn't you at least make contact with us? Let's make this right. Let's have fun. Why? And that's the first thing I'm going to say. And the first words out of his mouth was, I didn't know anything about it. And I go, yeah, you're full of shit, too.
Wow.
I mean, wouldn't you be that way?
Back in the MySpace day, he wrote me, and it's like, do you think I should try out for American Idol? It's like, dude, go for it. I'm going for National Star. And he did, and he won it. And he used to make fun of my long hair all the time. I mean, we had three of us Chris Allens on MySpace. One of them was a saxophone player.
Yep.
And then, of course, him, and then myself. He talks about it on MTV. Hold my CD up, wanting to buy it. The main.
He's a wuss. We got to get you a smartphone, dude. We got to get you an iPhone. I swear to God, you need an iPhone.
All right.
I swear to God, you have.
Well, that just means people will be able to track me down and talk to me.
Nope. We'll put a stop to that. Guaranteed.
I don't care much about phones. You got to have them, but I just don't like them.
I guarantee you have one of these, you'll like it. Everybody does. Everybody. I mean.
Well, you can't use them in the car. You can't use them in certain places.
Nowadays,
you can't use them in school. They don't work at my house.
Yeah, your phone would work at your house. You want to know why?
Because of why?
Yep, because of Wi-Fi. The phone will actually operate over Wi-Fi signals.
Huh.
As a phone, too. You know how many people I actually talk to on my phone that I'm actually talking through Skype?
I have no idea.
There's an app you get. You put Skype on your phone. You dial it. It's like having another phone number right there. They dial your Skype number. It comes across as the number. And I could say, hey, it's GHTR, My private line they would never know my private line. See the stuff that you could get into?
Wow. I've had the same number since 1975.
Really?
Yep.
I can't say.
I've had the same number since 1975.
9808 was one of the ones I had, and I'll never forget as long as I live what happened that day. It was like I went into Verizon and I go, hey, I'm having problems, and they go, well, the guy goes, well, there's nothing we can do here, and I'm going, well, what do you mean there's nothing you can do? And he goes, well, we've replaced your phone twice, and we're not going to replace it another time. I go, dude, you said that this has a warranty on it, and he says, yeah, but, that only covers like 2 or 3 times or something like that. I looked at him, and I threw my phone. I said, you know what? Why don't you take that phone, shove it? He goes, well, if, check this out. He goes, if you get out of this early, you're going to have to pay a big penalty. And I go, oh, so now you're threatening me. And so I never did have to pay it, because when they did call me back, Verizon, I gave him an earful, and I said, you know what? He insulted me. He just didn't help me out, so I went to AT&T, and I've been with AT&T ever since. So love AT&T. I do. They're good people. Yeah.
Well, here in West Virginia, you get through a lot of dead spots. There's a lot of dead spots everywhere.
But see, the thing with the iPhone, you'd be surprised at everything you'd be able to do. I'm serious. I mean, just to sit there, and it's like that day. I love that day for the rest of my life is when you thought I was freaking tickling your ear.
Well, I have to honestly say, for a minute, I was like, what the hell?
Special app.
I mean, I was just flabbergasted and woosa.
Woosa. Woosa. Say it right, damn it. Woosa. So, but no, I mean, seriously, it's like, hey, man, I swear to God, tonight was one of the better shows we've had in a long time. I'm glad that you're back. You had a good time tonight. A lot of laughter, a lot of fun. I seriously want to thank our guest, Robert Preston, for being on the show tonight. It was truly pretty cool. I mean, you got a lot going for you, and I see a bright future ahead of you. And,
yeah, and kids, leave your aquedots alone.
Yes.
GHB and aquedots, wow.
Yeah, that's right. All right, and I want to thank everybody else who listened to the show tonight. Go to our sponsor, surfgrandhaven.com. Anthony's Kicked Up Catering, Tony Bones, TJ's Lawn Service, and Shape Web Designs here in Grand Haven. I want to give another shout-out to Rapid Flush in Spring Lake, Michigan, also Kendall Septic Service, and, of course, Pit Stop Portable Restrooms out of their Spring Lake as well. Tell you what, if you're going to have an event, I'd rather have Pit Stop there. I mean, a clean toilet means everything to me. What about you, Chris?
Well, when you're at that clean toilet and you're sitting there with nothing else to do, type in chrisallen.com.
You ever watch that? You ever watch that Jackass where they put them in that frickin' outhouse and they frickin'...
Oh, God, yeah.
I would there ain't nothing.
Hey, let me tell you this. I used to always love to do this. I'd go into those little portable outhouses,
right,
and I had a bottle of water on me when I used to drive a coal truck, and I'd splash this water all over me, and it's like, man, that sink in there is just smelly. And I come out with water dripping off my face, and everyone, one of those truckers are sitting here looking at me like, what the hell?
That would be funny. I like that. That would be funny. That would be really funny. I enjoyed that one. Good job. So, but no, I mean, seriously, you got any shout-outs tonight?
Yes, I do. I got a couple of shout-outs. I want to give a special shout-out to Mother Teresa down in Tennessee. Her real name is Nancy Raymond. Nancy was Special Friends of Portland, who helps with the Down syndrome children. Blind children, it doesn't matter. If you have somebody you need to speak with, her name is Nancy Raymond. I call her the Mother Teresa of people. Special love out to you.
Rock on, man. Rock on. So, shall we get out of here tonight?
What is it?
Shall we get out of here tonight?
I got homework tonight.
Let's get out of here. So
I have homework due by 11:58 or 59.
All right, man. We'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Listening to GHTR, nationwide podcast radio, www.ghtalkradio.com.